First thing first, let me reiterate what an object is. An object is basically a real world construct. This is basically an entity that you want to represent. For example, we took this example of a board. Okay, now let us see how we create an object. We have the blueprint, we have the details covered in the blueprint. Now let us see how we instruct the JVM to create an object so that we have an actual object in front of us. Come on. Now the simplest approach to create an object is using the new keyword. This new keyword will instruct the JVM saying that, hey, we have the class, just get the class and make an instance as in the object out of it. For example, if we see, if we have a Rolex watch, now we want to represent this Rolex watch in our code. What do? Well, the first thing that we do is create a model, which is creating a class. First thing is we create a class. Then we define the properties of this class. Define the properties of this class. Properties in the sense the color, the size, the material, etc. This is the blueprint. Okay, now we have to represent the real world object. We have a class, okay, fine, but how do we do it? How do we create an object? Let us see. To create an object, since we told that this new keyword is to be used, this is the simplest approach. Although there are many other ways to create an object, but that will be for another time. Let us focus on this new keyword right now. If you want to create this Rolex watch and we have a class, if we have to create a Rolex watch, if you have to create a Rolex watch, we have a class. Now, if we have to create a Rolex watch, we have a class, and the class will look like this. The class will look like this. The class will have the color, the size, and the material. Okay. We have the class. This is the model that we have. Now we want JVM to create this object out of it. So what do? How do we create an object? Let us see. What we do is basically get the class name, type the class name and give it a name, let's say RW. Then we have to use the new keyword. We will simply say new, and what we will do? We will just write the class name again. With a special thing. Now, when we write the class name second time in a creation statement, we have to use the bounding brackets. Why? Because this is something called the constructor, which will actually instruct the JVM to create an instance in the memory. Hence, this is called a constructor. So, this is the class name. This is the class name. This is the variable name that points to the created object. This is the pointer that points to the created object. Now, whenever we want to use this created object, what we will do is simply use this pointer that we actually have that was returned by the JVM. We will use this and write rw dot, well, get the color. You can get the size or you can get the material. By doing this, you have successfully created an object in Java. Remember, this is an instruction. This instruction has to be followed or has to be bound within a code block. So this was a code block. Okay, but this instruction, where does it have to be? Let's see where the JVM will start its execution so that all these independent lines of code will be executed.